What's going on, guys? Today we are going to be working on the Raptor. We're finally going to put the rear diff cover on that I got. I got a Spicer rear diff cover. It's the same people that make the Ford Performance or Ford Racing. I can't remember what it's called now. And it'll give me about 1.5 quarts or 2 quarts of extra fluid, I think. But that's not really why I wanted it. I wanted it because it has the drain plug in the bottom. So I'll actually change my rear diff fluid as I should. It's not lifetime stuff, so let's go ahead and get to it. We're gonna drop the spare tire because it's in the way. You can still do it with the spare tire there, but I'd rather have a little bit more elbow room. So as you can see, there's the diff cover, and the spare tire is like just in the way enough to make it a little bit harder than it needs to be. So to drop it, you should have this, and I think this is for 2010 to 14 F-150s. I don't know if it does for any other year, but put your key in there. That comes out, and then I don't know if you can see. No, you can't see, but back there's a slot that you put your tool into. Let me go grab the tools and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, I actually ended up not recording any of that because I thought I hit record, but I accidentally hit record. So when I hit record, it stopped recording. So basically what you're doing, your spare tire kit has 4 rods in it. You put the 2 straight rods together, then the one with the hook on the end. You fish this through the hole that your key came out of. You take this end, put it in here, counterclockwise to lower the tire, clockwise to raise it. I'm not going to put my spare back on because I don't even have a jack to jack up the car if I need to change it. And then this spare is pretty dry rotted, so it's not even a good spare if I needed it. But I took the tire off. We're gonna raise the cable back up, and then we'll go back underneath and start working on the diff cover. We got way more room under here now. Really nice. I'm really glad we took the spare tire down. So now we're gonna take out these bolts. Let's see what they are. This is always the best part. So for you guys at home, 13 millimeter. Got our impact. See if we can take it off. We're gonna need a little bit more juice. Be right back. Back with our real impact wrench. And this should do it. I don't think I'll need this extension on there. What do you know? Boom. We're gonna leave that top one threaded in so that so the cover doesn't fly off while we're draining it out. So you can see it's pretty wet around the seal. It was definitely time to do this, and I did not want to just put another silicone gasket on. Whew. Let's try getting our BFH, see if that'll do it. Got the BFH. Give it a few taps. See if that'll loosen anything. Not like we're putting it back on, so Also have the screwdriver that I've had to sharpen the point on. So let's see if we can't tap that in there. Man, that thing is really on there. Let's see if now we can maybe tap this thing because it has a bigger end. There we go. There we go. That smells so good. All right, the big part of the show is done. So let's go ahead and get this off. That's not gonna go back on. We'll keep it, I mean, just in case, but yeah, that's it. We'll get some paper towels, get all this out. I've seen dirtier. You know, it's not that bad. Ordinarily, you would want to spray some brake clean on there. Really clean these gears up. Really get everything out the bottom. I don't have any. It's one of those rare moments where, you know, I bought a bunch at one time and just hadn't thought about buying any more. So we're just gonna use paper towels to get some of this stuff in the bottom out. Kind of push it forward a little bit. And then I have some acetone. Just regular acetone. I'll wet a paper towel real good with it and wipe down the gear, wipe down this surface. I should have gone ahead and gotten my wire wheel. Really brake clean would have been much better. All right, we got our wire wheel. Let's clean this up. After you got all that done, especially since I seen a through gasket everywhere, not like I didn't know that was gonna happen. Should have known better. Take your acetone, brake cleaner, whatever you have, wipe it off, wipe this gear off that you slung your silicone all over. Yeah, should be good to go. Here's what we got going on. So we just had one of our random North Carolina midday showers. So I'm soaked now, no big deal. We got our Dana Spicer rear diff cover. I think it looks more like it'll hold 1.5 quarts, not 2 quarts. But you got your fill for lifted vehicles, fill for regular vehicles, and that's what we'll use on the Raptor. And then you got your drain plug in the bottom. Super trick. I love it. I think you have to torque these down to like 30 foot-pounds. We'll do that before we install it, just so that we know it's good. One thing that I've heard is do not use these bolts that come with it. Use your factory ones, because these apparently snap real easy. And that's the last thing you want to do, is have to easy out something in your diff. And then maybe you don't even have one, and your Raptor is the only thing that you have to take you places, but you can't put it back on, or you can't drive it because you can't put your diff cover back on. And then we've got our lube locker gasket. I've used one of these on the Fox body. I really liked it. You don't have to deal with silicone. When you have to take the cover off, it's usually good. I don't know if they're reusable. They might be, but I know you don't have to deal with the silicone cleaning it off afterwards. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and go back underneath and let's get this thing going. All right, guys, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but we got one of our random North Carolina rainstorms. So we're gonna go ahead and put this stuff on. I'm gonna wipe this down one more time. This thing is heavy. All right, we're gonna torque all these down to 33 foot-pounds. That was a process and really not fun to do in the rain. I am soaked all the way down. A 13mm socket rolled away from me. So, yeah. Do this in your garage or do it when it's not raining. Today's my only free day to really do this, so unfortunately for me, it had to get done. Now we're going to use some 75 W140 synthetic gear oil. We're just going to fill it up until it starts going out that bottom fill hole. It's clearly later in the day. That storm, not really a storm, but that random downpour was brutal. I was just like, I've got to get this done. Got soaked. The gear oil that was on the driveway, just the stream of water washed it all over me. I still smell like gear oil. It was not fun, but we got it done. Sorry I couldn't show more. Key things to take away from it is the Spicer diff cover is the same as the Ford Performance one. They make it for Ford Performance. The Ford one is like $300 or something like that. Dana Spicer is $140 or $150 on Amazon. Also, it does come with a gasket. It comes with a gasket in the box. It will get damaged. It will get bent up. It might get nicked. I don't know if it'll probably straighten out and seal fine when you put it on the car, but I didn't want to use it, and most guys that are doing this use the lube locker gasket. And I mean, the lube locker is like $20. So quit being cheap and just do it. Bolts that come with it, do not use them. They break. I think the instructions, at least in the Ford Performance one, say to torque the bolts to 14 foot-pounds. A lot of guys on the forums, they've done it, and they're reporting, oh wow, that was stupid. They're saying that the gasket is seeping. So Do the factory 33 foot-pounds. You should be okay. You won't break a bolt. I used this style torque wrench because you're not going to over torque it. Those 3/8 drive ones, a lot of times I can't feel the click. It's hard to feel it when it has a 20 or 25 foot-pound minimum and you're doing 30 or 33. So I don't do that. And I don't have a 1/4 inch drive that goes up to 33 foot-pounds. So get a beam style one. These are like $25 or $30. And then it has the numbers on there. You just watch it go to the number. The fill bolt, the fill plug and drain plug, fill plugs and drain plug. Wow. They don't have a torque spec. You just tighten them up with a 3/8 drive ratchet until they're snug. I think it took about 4 to 4.5 quarts to fill it up. That was a pain too. Using those bottles was a giant pain. I should have gotten they have bags now. They have bags with the same nozzle on the end, nipple nozzle, that you can put in there, and it's a lot easier to maneuver the bag up. But we got it now. Sealed it up, drove it around, drives good. So, should be good for a while now. Thanks for joining today. I'll see you next time. We're going to be tearing into the Corvette a little bit more. I took the headlights out. Sorry I didn't show you guys, but that's simple stuff anyway. That's easy money. $100 a headlight assembly that I can get. We're just going to bring the price of this thing down. Paid $1,000, and we're going to get as much as we can off parts. I think next we're going to take the hood off, front bumper, doors, and then we're just probably going to cut the back end off and sell the rear taillight assemblies. So thanks for coming, guys, and we'll see you next time. Oh yeah, and definitely make sure to get them revs.